Hello, everybody. How you all doing? It is 1:11. Excuse me. And we are starting our meeting.
Okay.
Everybody had a chance to read the minutes, I'm assuming. Okay.
I did, yeah.
Do we approve the minutes?
I'll motion to approve.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye.
Mhm. And these are the minutes from
From November.
November. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. Excuse me.
no problem. And updates from, the town meeting, which it sounds old, but we haven't had a
Yep,
chance to talk
no.
about it.
Yep, the town meeting went very well. Everything passed except for the recycling bins that the highway department asked for.
Right.
Just because the account that they were looking for the money for didn't have enough money, or they weren't going to have enough money to pay for them. So, but other than that, everything passed. Our second voting booths that we asked for passed, or the second one that we've asked for.
Yes.
So,
And
it
also
got approved.
the voting machine?
Yep. So it got approved for $5,700.
For the voting machine as well? So
Yes.
Two things, the voting booth and the voting machine passed.
Well, it's the voting machine. It's not.
It's not a voting booth. Okay,
No.
it's the voting machine that passed.
Right. Correct. Yep.
And also the library pass.
Yep. Everything passed. Yep.
Which they
So.
got, because they were losing their accreditation.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
So now the libraries got their accreditation and they're open like the regular hours, because for a while they were not open on Mondays and some of the day, Saturdays.
Yep. That was, we had 5 counters there, workers, and we had 171 attendees there. So that was good. It was pretty packed in there. So, but when they had to do the count for borrowing, we use these boxes that we bought that have a lock and key, which worked out well because the counters went into the hall with a police officer and counted the yes, no's. So that was good. That was helpful. And I think we got over by 9 o'clock. So it was quick.
Yeah.
It was a 2-hour meeting. So,
Yeah,
which was great.
they move it pretty fast. It was very well done and organized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's about it for the results. So
You wanted to talk about the voting machine?
Yep. So the new voting machine. So we're getting 2 of them. And I talked to the company that makes them yesterday, and they're probably going to be in maybe March, early spring. And what they're doing is they're sending us the whole machine. So it's the tabulator and the black body part of it down on the bottom that, collects the ballots. So we're going to have to find a way to dispose of the old one that's on wheels. And the woman said that we could either, if we can't find a way to use it, we could, they would take it away. But she said that maybe we could donate it somewhere, or I could use it for storage in here for something, which I wouldn't mind doing that because it locks. And, or someone could use it for composting, which I don't know what we would do, how we would do that. But they, we're getting new machines with the tabulator that goes in it. So, but she said as soon as, they're getting ready to do bigger municipalities. I had orders before ours that they have to deliver on. So ours probably won't be here till probably middle of March, but in enough time for our election in May. So, Elaine, if I'm talking too fast, just tell me to slow down. Okay.
You said 2 machines?
Yeah, because we have 2 precincts.
Okay, and so it is the backup.
Nope. No, we have one machine for one precinct, one machine for the other precinct, and then we have one spare. So if one of the machine breaks and we have a spare, it's a tabulator. It's just the part that goes in the machine. It's that tabulates the votes.
Oh, that's why you call it 2. That's why you call it 2?
So there's two machines. We're getting 2 machines, 3 tabulators.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? So there'll be 2 tabulators with each machine, one tabulator with each machine, and then a spare one. So,
okay.
And she said that as soon as they come in, we can have a training session with election workers, which will be good because when I saw the machines at the conference in September, they're pretty cool. They're digital, electronic, so people won't have to squint to see what number they are for voter number. And when you put your ballot in, it takes it and then it gives a check mark in green on the screen to show that it accepts it. Or if it doesn't accept it, it puts a red stop sign. So it will say why it's rejecting it. So,
all right.
Which is good. So it'll be neat. It'll be a nice, a new modern way. And I'm excited for it. So, and each precinct will have one, and they're paid for. So we have the money from capital, and then we have money from the retirement. I think Ed is taking it from, one of my accounts, the election registration expense has $10,000 in it, but that's not going to last because I need to order ballots for the local election. I have to order booths for the 2nd precinct, and we're going to order another sign for the 2nd precinct. So that's why we had to ask the town for the money for the 2nd one. So, and, I don't think anybody questioned it at all because they know how old the machine is that we have. It's over 25 years old. So,
and we had the experience about 4 years ago
where it broke.
Died in the middle of it.
Yes. We had to break. I mean, we had to take a break to collect the ballots and count them by hand.
Just to make sure I get this right. So you need to order booths, one more booth and ballots, and you're going to use the money from the election fund for that?
Yep. Well, we have to order voter booths, the booths that people stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the people stand at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the other precinct.
Right.
A set of them.
Yes,
because getting the money from where did you getting the money for that?
Election registration line.
Right. And then the money for the machines, the 2 new voting machines.
One is coming from capital improvement, and the other one is coming from, I believe it's retirement set. I'm not sure of that.
Okay.
It did come from retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. I remember that.
From the retirement line or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, some of the stuff not related to us came out of the retirement. Yeah, line item.
Yeah. So it'll be good. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you want me to update you while we're on it about the precincting, but
yes, but let me just go back and the counters, the 5 individuals that were the counters. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Their names came out from the list that we had.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're election workers. So, yeah. They have to. Yep.
Okay.
And I went down the list and I asked everybody who could work, and those were the 5 that could work. So,
okay.
Yep.
All righty.
And that's what I'm going to do from now on. So.
Good. I think what you wanted to update us of is in the new business on voting changes.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Do you want me, well, do you want to go to old business first?
Let's do old business first.
Sure. Yep. So
We talk about that we needed to.
Well, tell me when you're back in new business then, because if you're going to skip around like that, I have to skip around.
No. Old business is what is next. We're not skipping anything.
yeah, we're not.
So what are we going to now? We're going to
Old business, which was next. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so this is in the agenda because we have talked about the need to write a warrant.
Right.
No, we don't write the warrant.
Well, I mean, the presentation of the warrant for the caucus.
The article. We only are submitting an article for the warrant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Can we have samples of that?
You want a sample of an article? Yep.
Yeah, so that we can.
Yep.
What is the deadline? What is the deadline?
He hasn't given it to us yet. So that's up to the select board. So I would probably say the meeting is May 3rd. So probably April 3rd, April 4th. But I don't quote me because it's up to the select board. And I mean, maybe at the next meeting, someone can ask that, but they haven't mentioned it yet. So.
Okay.
Because they're going to have to start going over the budget anyways in the next couple months. So.
Yeah. But do you have samples of that?
I do. Yep. I can send you a sample of the article.
Send some samples so that we can figure it out.
I'll send you exactly what it should look like from the state.
Good.
I can send you that.
Okay.
Yep.
The other thing is Hampshire Regional, just, to have it on record. We were scheduled to go to the civics class and continue our conversations about with the students about voting and introducing what is out there about there's a House bill about allowing people to vote on local elections only at the age of 16.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were scheduled to go on the 10th of this month, but due to the increase of COVID infections, we postponed it for the next quarter.
Right.
So I just want that to be on record.
Yeah.
We have our lesson already planned for next time, and we did email the teacher
Yep.
part of our presentation so he can use it. Actually, he's been out sick, and there was going to be a sub, and we also were not sure how many students were going to be present. So also another reason why we decided to postpone it.
So, Chloe, did you say you wanted to discuss something about 16-year-olds voting?
There is a bill. Yeah, we mentioned it the first time that we were there, but we got more information now on writing, and there is a House bill at the state level proposing 16-year-olds to be able to vote at the local level, not at the state level, not at the federal level.
Yeah.
Just the local level.
Right.
And they can pre-register. We talked to them about pre-registration at 16. That exists. That is allowable currently, but they cannot vote until they are 18.
Right.
Okay.
So we found some information. We sent it to the teacher, and we were going to talk about it with the students. So that's just an update where we're at with regards to our outreach.
Okay.
So we can go now to new business. Lucy, voting changes.
All right. So, update on voting changes. So I'll
Oh, you know
start
what?
with,
I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Just give me.
that's okay.
I think I didn't do. I call this update. Okay, so that was updates, and now we're going. So that's what I was confused about. I had everything wrong. All right. So now we're going to go to music. Okay. Good job. All right.
So just to let you know that the state is not allowing early in-person voting or early mail-in voting as of right now. That could change. So we are, but as
Up
of
in the
last
air.
week, I'm sorry?
Up in the air.
It's, yeah, as of last week, they voted no. So, but that could change, but we are still having absentee ballot voting. So if, people qualify, which I did put it out in, on the community page. I did put something in the reminder, but it didn't show up yet. I don't know if it's in the reminder today, with all that information for residents to get. But for right now, there's no early in-person voting for our local election. So it will have to be the day of the election unless you submit an absentee ballot application. I told people how to get them and everything. So if people want to apply, they know how to do that.
So where did you put this? Where did you publish this, Lucy?
In the reminder newspaper.
In the town reminder. Okay.
No, the reminder is the newspaper, the weekly newspaper for Easthampton, Westhampton, and Southampton. And you can find it. They don't deliver it to my house anymore. I don't know, for some reason. But I find it at Big Y.
Okay.
Yep. And I also put it on the Southampton Facebook community page. So.
Okay.
I have had the web person update the town clerk's elections page with all of the information, with the absentee ballot application, with the dates for the meetings, that kind of stuff. So that way they're up to date, because it had a 2020 absentee ballot, it had a 2020 application in there, and it was very out of date. So they updated that. So that was good.
Where did they update that, Lucy? Where was that updated?
On the town clerk's elections page on our website.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. What was I going to say? Tuesday, Ed read a report from me about the town clerk's office and the Board of Registrars. I just did a quick note about the Board of Registrars, just saying that we meet monthly, that we've gone over elections, that we go over elections, that we've been to Hampshire Regional, just the basics, paragraph about what we've been up to, how we meet monthly, and it's been working out where we are meeting and going over issues if there are any. So, and they didn't have any questions. The select board didn't have any questions about that.
So this is a report that you gave to Ed to give to the select board?
Yeah. Yep. Because I wasn't able to attend. So, and he read.
We still have to present one for the annual report.
The annual report. Yep.
Okay.
You still have to do one. And Judy is sending out emails about that. So as soon as she gets that to me, I'll send it off to you, Sylvia, because you're the chair. Yeah. So we can do that. But
yeah, and I can make, I'm going to use last year's as a base.
Yeah, I already did mine for the town clerk. I'm already done. I already submitted it to her for 2021. Yeah, yesterday I did it. So I'm like ahead of her. She's like, I didn't even send out the request yet, but whatever. But this was just a quarterly report for all the department heads that are doing quarterly reports. So I just did a basic synopsis of what's happening. So,
I can start working on that.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
It's just making the changes that we did or didn't do for this last year.
Yep. There's no real voting changes that are happening right now. We're waiting for the state on everything. So the re-precincting we're waiting on because we have to wait for them to send the list so we can verify in our system. What's going to happen is they're going to send our addresses that are in precinct 1 and precinct 2, and we're going to verify them on the system because they're going to load them all onto the system.
Right.
And then we'll just verify the lists match each other. So I think that's about it for voting changes. I can update you on other stuff that's not on the agenda.
Go ahead.
I put in PCFs for $14.25 for the minimum wage for the election workers. They're on the agenda tonight for the PPP board because at the last select board meeting, I was asked to do that.
Could you just explain what PPP is?
Personnel policy.
Could you just start right over because I was finishing the last part when you started this part, sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
So if you just start from
Sure. Yep.
Okay. So this is like a new business addition, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's not on the agenda. How about we did that? Okay.
But it's not on the agenda, but it should be in the minutes.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm good.
I submitted personnel change forms for minimum wage increases for the 8 election workers to go from $12 and $12.50 to $14.25 across the board. Because when I submitted the $13 and the $13.50 increases, I was asked to come back and ask you all, we had to go over what the election worker means and the warden means. So I submitted the PCFs for $14.25 across the board because I think the wardens and the workers, they all work hard and they haven't had an increase in 3 years. So I didn't feel that the workers should get $14 and the wardens should get $14.25 because they've gone without the increase for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I just said straight across, everybody should be getting paid $14.25.
So before that, Lucy, there was 2 different rates. There was $12.50. Who got the $12.50?
The wardens did. The wardens. Yeah.
And what did the workers get?
$12 or whatever. Yeah, they got the other one. The workers got the other one. The wardens got the higher rate.
Okay.
And that is just because the former clerks did it that way.
Yeah.
But it used to be everyone got the same rate. So I don't know when.
Bring it back. Let's bring it back to everybody the same because they all.
Yes, because everybody works just as hard. And there are some workers who don't work as much as, they work hard, but they work 6 hours. And, so I feel like everybody should just be straight across $14.25. So, and I submitted them, and the PPP board, the Personnel Policy and Procedures Board is meeting tonight, and hopefully they will approve them. So, and I did I sent them a whole paragraph asking them why. So hopefully they will approve, and I will let you know if they do that.
So PPP is Personnel Procedures?
Personnel Policy and Procedures Board.
Okay.
Yep. What else did I want to tell you about elections? Not much, just like I said, we're waiting on the re-precincting information from the state.
So Lucy, do they actually tell us who's going to be in each of the precincts? They actually do the names? They give them to us?
What they did was they sent us a map, and I went over it with Ed, the town administrator, and the highway department supervisor, because they know where the boundary lines are. And the state wanted to use the railroad tracks as the boundary, but we wanted to make it easier, so we used Brickyard Road, excuse me, as the boundary. So Brickyard to College. So the state accepted our proposal of our change.
Yeah.
And what they need to do is they need to take all the streets and add them into our system as precinct 1. And then they have to add all the streets into precinct 2. And then we have to go in and say, yes, this is,
this
go
is
by
right.
the map and say, yes, this is precinct 1.
Precinct that we.
Yeah. So just another new business thing is the election calendar is ready. It's been approved by the state. I don't know, did I send it all to you yet? No? Okay.
I didn't get one.
Okay, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right when we get done.
Okay.
The caucus is scheduled for April 5th. It's a Tuesday. It's from 7 to 9. We need 25 people there per quorum, and we'll work on that together because it's a process. But nomination papers are available February 1st. I did let residents know that. I did a big thing on the community page, and I did put that in the reminder as well. The open elected seats I did a list of them. I'm waiting for Ed because there is one seat actually on the Personnel Policy and Procedures Board that was vacated by resignation. The resignation, the person who resigned did not sign her letter with a wet signature. And because she was elected, we need a letter with a wet signature. So I spoke to Ed about this and one of the select board members, and we've sent her a letter. We sent her a self-addressed stamped envelope, everything, just to have her sign it. And Ed was going to talk to KP Law to see what the next step is. They were talking about a recall, which is just a lot of work and another step, and I don't really want to have to go through that right before we're doing an election. So, but Ed was going to get back to me by tomorrow. So hopefully he'll get back to me by next week. But, and if I'm talking too fast, Elaine, tell me to stop.
So when you say it's a personnel procedure and personnel policy and procedure, but it's the PPB board, only three initials?
3 Ps. We call it 3 Ps. Yeah.
Oh, it is 3 Ps. So it's PPPB.
Yes.
Okay. PPPB. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Personnel Policy Procedure.
Yeah. Procedure
Yep.
board. Okay.
Personnel Policy Procedure.
Okay.
Yep. So nomination papers are going to be ready February 1st. So anybody wants to come in and get them, you guys are going to, somebody's going to start verifying names, and then you guys will have to certify them.
Yeah.
And we'll get that process going.
On the nomination papers.
Yep. Yep. So, and that's about it for right now for elections. So.
Lucy, you think you can send us the information that you got about the voting changes so far? Can you forward that to us?
Which
or copy and paste?
Do you mean from
the state?
About no early voting, or that's all I got? Yep. Yeah. I will. Yep. I will do that. I'll send the email that I got from the state.
Thank you.
But it's not too alarming, really, is it? because it's just the local elections. It would be more alarming. If it
Yeah,
was the state
right.
and
Yeah, it's
federal
just the local
elections.
elections, which
Yeah, otherwise we'd all be
fine
like,
because, yeah, I know. Yeah,
that can't happen, you know. But
Yeah.
I guess we can
Yeah.
be cool about this.
yeah. I mean, we have, that's one thing I can add to. September, the primary is scheduled for September 20th, but it could be changed to September 6th. I don't know why, for some reason, the state always wants to push it to like the third week in September. But lately, the past 2 years, they've been pushing it out, and then they come back and put it the day after Labor Day. So, so we're waiting to hear on that. That's a tentative date, September 20th. And then the gubernatorial is November 6th.
Yeah,
Or 8th. Yeah. So,
it is.
so
Yeah, and Massachusetts, for some reason, is one of the latest one in the country to have
Yes,
primaries.
yep, yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else has
No.
it after us.
No.
They start as early as March in some states.
Yeah. Yeah. So
for some
we're just waiting to hear on that for now. Other than that, not really any more changes. I haven't heard any news about state funding for new machines or anything like that. I spoke with Kelly Pease, our representative from Westfield, and he said he will, update me when he heard anything. I did email him again this morning and said, is there some time that you can meet with me and we can talk over things, maybe come to the town hall and maybe talk with some of the employees about, what your plans are and that kind of stuff. So, but I haven't heard back from him. But that was this morning, so we'll see.
Right.
But that's about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have anything else, Elaine?
No, I didn't put down the Kelly Pease thing. I should probably put that down, right? You're trying to contact.
You can just say that Lucy spoke with Representative Kelly Pease.
Our new rep is our new rep.
Yeah.
New representative.
He's Kelly Pease, Pease, is he?
Yep. And he is,
And it's a male because a number of people thought.
Yeah.
I know.
So Kelly
Yeah.
Pease, and you spoke to him about like money for elections.
Yep. Any extra state funding, and there wasn't any as of November, so.
Okay.
But he was gonna, update us if he heard anything, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna email you the state election calendar for our local election calendar, not the state,
Okay.
the local election calendar. And then I'll email you the no early voting memo that we got from elections. So,
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Thank you.
And
Our next meeting, I have, to stick to our Thursdays, our third Thursday of the month.
Yep.
February 17 at
Yep.
1 o'clock.
do you want to do
Now,
Zoom or do you want to do?
Well, for now, let's say Zoom, unless
Yep.
the regulation is changed.
Yep, I'll ask Judy
Yeah.
for a Zoom. And I'll put it in the calendar, so.
Maybe by March we'll be meeting again. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing this. This is fine,
I'm okay with it too.
Yep.
I'm just hoping people get vaccinated or else get sick and get better.
Yeah,
Get
I
the
know.
antibodies, because that's the only way out of this.
yeah,
Well, I think it is here to stay with us, just like the flu.
Right. Well, that's what they say. That's what they wanted to become an endemic, not a pandemic.
Yeah,
It's going to be with us.
And
we'll
as long
probably-
as, the only problem it is that it's stronger and harder and more serious than the flu.
yeah,
And so the mask is going to stay with us for a while, at least with me.
yeah.
some people already are not wearing them, I've noticed, but
Mm.
Well, the Board of Health in Southampton did requested that, and I
Yeah,
have,
I'm not talking about, I mean, like
Oh,
I've gone to BJ's and places like that and some
Okay.
people aren't
oh,
wearing
I
masks.
know, I know,
No, it's
I
like,
know, I know.
oh,
If I have to go somewhere like VJ's, I don't go very often, but I like first in the morning, I'm there
yeah.
when
Oh, yeah.
classes are not there. You know, just like my doctor's appointments.
Don't we get to go in earlier because we're seniors? Don't they let us go in earlier? I thought they had some kind of a thing where they let the seniors
Yeah,
go
they
in
were
like
doing
half
that,
an
and they
hour
were-
or an hour earlier than the rest of the
Yeah,
normal.
I thought they do. I thought they do that, don't they? The new-
They
I
were
think they
doing
were
that.
doing it. I don't know. I never
I
got
don't
up
think
early
they're
enough
doing
to
that
do that, but-
anymore, but I'd
Yeah.
rather go, early. The
Yeah.
same thing with in any appointment that I have, first thing in
Yeah.
the morning, so I don't have to
Yeah.
deal with the masses.
I know, later in the day and yeah.
So thank you very, very much.
Okay.
All right.
We adjourn at 1:47.
I motion to adjourn at 1:47.
Okay.
Second it.
I second.
All right.
Lane seconds it.
All in favor, aye.
Aye, aye.
Thank you.
Aye, aye, aye,
All right,
aye,
you guys.
aye, aye.
Have a
Okay.
good weekend, and I'll schedule the meeting, and I'll send that stuff to you right now. All right?
Thank you, thank you, thank
All
you.
right.
Good
Take
seeing you.
care. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, stay healthy.